Tanks mounted. Added my drain plug. That's what I deal with every day, trying to make videos for y'all, living right off the highway, where every backfiring piece of crap wants to give it hell. Oh man. What's going on, everyone? Set it down, put in the scrap shop. We are gonna work on the fuel system for the Travelall. So we have our tank from Tanks Inc. and I think I pretty well have everything. So let's get started. So if you have not seen it, there is a video where we put the tank in and we build the filler neck. I had to step this down. This tank was the size I needed, but the filler neck was a different size. This is a fuel injection tank, so it came with the fuel sending unit and or an intake pump and the fuel level sender unit anyhow. So let me grab that stuff. So this is everything to put our fuel pump in the tank right here, and then this will be the level sender unit, but because this don't match the gauge we're going to use, we actually don't need this. So besides that, this stuff came in today, and this is the little kit from Tanks Inc. and it's just a fuel filter, and it also comes with the AN fittings and clamp. This is a post pump filter, which you want to pay attention if you add one, because the post pump's supposed to be a I don't remember, 10 maybe micron or whatever. I ordered 2 full kits off eBay. I think each kit was like 80 or 90 bucks a piece, but it comes with all kinds of -6 AN fittings, 90s, 45s, all the way to 180s. Those are supposed to be black, damn you. But because I ordered 2 kits, they just doubled up on the length of this, so it's a big mess right now. But I want to use the -6 AN for fuel, trans cooler, other stuff. We needed this to be able to install, so we're not doing anything with the gauges today besides taking this sender unit and putting it in the tank. This does not go with the tank, but don't worry about where my fancy ass is gonna hide my phone charger. So when you go to put this together, what I did was I measured inside the tank to the bottom to the very top of the tank, and mine was a 6 1/8, so I want to leave about a 1/4 inch below. So I'm aiming for about 5 7/8, which you can see pretty close there, actually a little shorter, which is fine. So when you go to put this together, I switched out these hose clamps for some fuel injection ones. As you can see, my pickup one has to be cut very short. You want to index this pump so the wires are above the little outlets for them. When you go to tighten these down, just get them snug. Don't try to smoke those real tight or anything. The return, I cut out a 45 down there and use these super fancy zip ties to zip tie this whole little unit together. Have the sock on. So now this thing's ready to drop into the tank. Ah, that's why we got fancy zip ties, so they can clear going in. These fittings, on this side, since we're doing it's a pipe thread, we want to use some kind of thread tape. I like using this blue monster stuff. I don't know if you've ever used it, but you definitely want to get some. It beats the crap out of the cheesy old white Teflon tape. But when you use these guys, you never put Teflon tape on the actual AN side. The angle of that, which I think is 37 degrees, When the fitting threads onto there, that's what seals. You don't need thread tape on that side. I've actually seen fittings like that. So it looks like we'll be able to remove this center bar. I don't think we're gonna need it since our tank's not very deep. So basically, this needs to be damn near all the way to the top for this gauge to be able to read correctly. I got an idea. So I just cut that piece off there. I'll get those burrs off there because obviously we don't want them in our gas tank. But now, this thing can push all the way to the top. From the bottom down to there is less than 6 inches, but we do have some adjustability with our float. So next, I thought about screwing this together, but honestly, I think I'm just gonna slap a couple tacks on there. Well, shit. So you shouldn't clutter up your table. I think we'll just cut this and put a couple tacks on it as well. We can take our little stubby fuel cylinder now and throw a gasket on it and drop it down in. I don't want to cover the wiring in detail, but each connection is soldered underneath this big heat shrink. I did heat shrink each connection underneath there. And this is some leftover wiring harness for my truck, which is actually the same color for the gas gauge. And it'll actually match the harness going in here as well. So all the colors will still work. I have a piece of 3/8 fuel hose here hooked to the clamp, or clamp to the vent. And this will actually run inside this fuel hose over here for our filler neck. We'll get more into it later. Unfortunately, I don't have a cap for this right now, but I should be able to reach that once the tank's installed. So I'll have to get a little cap to push onto here. So next we're gonna cut some line and get us some fittings on there where we can lay them on here, and then maybe we'll go get this thing thrown up underneath the travel wall actually. I never actually painted this tank where I had to grind it down so I could braze that adapter to it. So throw a little paint on that. There wasn't a whole lot of bare metal exposed, but enough that I want to go ahead and protect it. So I got my two fittings on. These will be the lines that go on the top of my tank. I just figured out a secret for putting these on that really helped me a lot, and I just want to make a quick little video explaining that in detail. So that'll be a separate video, so be sure to check that out. You can also look up several videos of how to do it. I just did something though that I've never seen anyone else do before, and it really helped, so be sure to check that out. It'll be coming shortly after this video. But next, I'm gonna kind of guesstimate where my supply line is gonna run underneath there, so I can cut this one and actually add a connection for our fuel filter. Because again, once I put that tank up there in place, I really don't want to have to drop it. And to put the fittings on these like I like to do, we need to be able to use our vise here. So I'm going to kind of map this out and see if I can get us another fitting on here. Beautiful. So this will go from the top of our tank down to our fuel filter. So let's throw this and the return on top of the tank and see if we can't get it mounted up in place. Tank straps are in. Put the drain plug in. That's actually a nice little feature because We actually got stuck on the side of the road in Austin one time because we got some bad gas and we had to drain it out. So my vent starting to go this way, but there's enough room where I could bring them over my cross member there. 2 zip ties. We need to clip those. And we'll run down the frame rail over here, and somewhere in here is where I want to add the fuel filter. So for the fuel filter, there's out, so that'll be in. Comes with a clamp and our 2 quick connects to ANs, and since we already have a fitting over there, we just need to pop this on here and the other one on, get underneath there, decide where we want to drill and tap the frame for that clamp, and then we can continue building there forward. Trying to leave plenty of slack back there, and I have that half-ass mocked up where I want it, so I'm about to punch the center of that clamp and drill and tap it. Alright, we're going to see if we get our fuel system wrapped up this morning, and the first thing we need to do is actually build some little brackets so we can have a place to clamp our fuel lines down along the frame, and when we get underneath there I'll show you why, but right now we're going to build our brackets. Now we're ready for some paint. We're going to take our bracket, slide it over the top of the frame. That makes it where we can drill a hole here and tap it. And then it provides us a place to clamp on this side. So let me get this drilled and tapped, and then I'll show you how I clamp it. So once it's mounted on the outside, that's a Allen head. And then on this side, we get it nice and up out of the way. I still don't know where my exhaust is gonna go. Just did that one there, and in between I'm just throwing a couple zip ties on these guys. This just makes a nice mounting point to be able to clamp them down through there. I could do it along the frame rail, but with how I boxed this cross member down along there, basically it would have to rub across there, run across there. I just thought it'd be nice to get it up and out of the way like that. So I actually took the screws out of the bracket to the frame where I can reach right up over here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these to length where I think they need to be cut. That way I can still get them right here to my workbench, and I don't have to drop the tank again like I've been saying. So, since I can't blow this line out from the rear forward, what I did was kind of clamp on that pretty good. I didn't try to collapse it all the way, but I definitely couldn't fit that air hose through there before I cut it. That way it would keep probably the majority of the debris up towards the front. And then, because we can't blow it out, we can use a piece of air line rigged up to our shop vac and give it a Super Suck 9000 to get all that crap out of there. That way it don't make it to, or hopefully we get it out of our fuel system. I just set my intake here in place. Just kind of roughly sat up there, same with the fuel rails. You can see how that comes across down there. And there's enough slack here that I'm not gonna worry about zip tying those up until I get all this stuff set in place. Now, as far as how we connect here, it's just like my fuel filter underneath there. We have 5/16 for the return. We have 3/8 for the supply. These are just quick connects that'll slide right on there, and then we tighten those to that, and we're done. I just cut me a piece of this about 1.25 inches long. That's a 3/8 fuel line. I'll show you why in a second. We got our filler neck in. This is for our vent tube. I still need to get a hose clamp for it. Underneath here, I still need to get a cap for the vent off the tank right there, but our filler neck, got it clamped on. We come through our frame and we're clamped to the actual filler neck over here. So this is the 3/8 vent tube or rubber line that was on top of the tank, and that little 1.25" piece of hard line, I shoved it in the end of that, and that way when we slide that rubber hose into this rubber hose and put that hose clamp on there, that area don't collapse. Throw a couple zip ties on it and it all looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Around here, I still have heater hoses and air conditioning lines that are going to be coming back here, so I'm not worried about sealing that up right now. I may use that kind of stuff you use on the firewall when you like do an air conditioning line through, since it's flexible and I can kind of just shape it around all this stuff. Usually at this point I try to do some beauty shots of everything to show you guys everything we worked on, but that camera picks up sunlight bad and it just blurs the video, and trying to record underneath this thing is just awful. So I hope you enjoyed the video. You can still kind of follow along. I'm really happy with how the fuel system turned out. I think our fuel pump's going to be good and reliable. I like the fact it's in tank, and with everything being the AN fittings, if we ever need to service anything, it's easy to remove them. Fuel filter location all the way up to the fuel rails. I just like how everything turned out. So hopefully you guys got an idea from this video and it can help you out. So I said I'm going to make a video showing how to do the AN lines. I'm going to do that right after this, and I'll post it probably the day after I post this video. So be sure to come back and check that out if you want to see how which little secret I figured out that's helping me. So I hope you enjoyed. If you always come back and watch my video, thank you guys. If you're new to the channel, please check out some of the other videos where we've been building this Travelall. We've put a lot of work into it. If you're on Instagram, I'm on there at Puddin's Fab Shop if you want to give me a follow. And I'll see you guys next time. But don't forget, sitting on your ass won't finish your project.